Greetings, everyone. I am back for another Makeup Live audio for Tuesday, November the 6th, 2018. I will repeat that again because I'm not sure if my hands covered the mic. I want to greet you with good evening and peace. And thank you for joining my Aisha Speaks Jade Facebook motivational page, where I am none other than Aisha, affectionately known as Jade, and I am doing a Makeup Live audio for Tuesday, November the 6th, 2018. So this is going to be pretty short, sweet, and to the point. I will be using some examples and hopefully you can get the content or the gist of what I'm going to be speaking about, which will be 3 ways to add the quote unquote you to your online presence. 3 ways to add the you to your online presence. Sidebar: if you are following me live right now, make sure that you comment so I know that you can hear me. If you're listening to my replay, I would appreciate you doing the same thing. So let's jump into it. So in this conversation, let's look at 3 components of your online presence. And they're all communicated through copywriting. Let's start with personality. Often the missing piece of the online marketing puzzle, okay? Most online personalities show up in one of these 3 styles. One would be outrageous, loud, and over the top. The next would be up close and personal. And just the facts, please. Are you definitely by your style? Of course not. In fact, your offline personality may be quite different. And within each style, you have infinite variations. Up close and personal can mean girly girls going shoe shopping, single mom with kids, guys night out, or you name it. Unlike your real personality, you create your online personality. It's really more like creating a character going on stage in a play. Your personality may be your alter ego, or maybe just one part of your offline style. Just to get clear, we're not talking about the personality you studied in Psych 101, where you learned about the big 5 personality traits. You may have discussed the state versus trait question. Which personality qualities are stable across situations, and what can vary? So can personality change over time? Ask yourself that question. Can personalities change over time? I tend to think it can. And if people have alter egos, I believe that's okay. Because a lot of people have alter egos. Celebrities have alter egos. Artists have alter egos. And everyday life people have alter egos. We're considering the way our personalities get expressed in your messages, emails, videos, and calls. It's the way you describe someone as a prospective blind date. When you think of successful people in your field, you'll probably find a variety of online personalities. but they're probably very strong, clear, and consistent. Consistent over time as well as with the field. So let's just say if you're an accountant who takes pole dancing classes, ooh, go figure, in your spare time, that's part of your social personality. It would be part of your online personality if you wanted to attract clients who thought of themselves as trendy and hip and who'd respect you for being like them. Otherwise, it's a judgment call. Now, let's look at brand. For many business owners, especially solopreneurs, branding takes on a kind of mystique and mystery. Clients often say, I need a brand consultant. In fact, we often accomplish their branding goals and more in a copywriting consultation or two. Your brand is what you stand for. It's not a logo. Although, at some point, your brand may be captured in a logo. It's not the sum of your characteristics or qualities. So, for instance, when you look at the brand of the leading cola drink, the Coca-Cola drink, you don't focus on chemicals. Well, sometimes I do. You think about drinking this product socially, and you have emotional ties. You might even associate each brand with a story. One brand features feel-good stories, like children singing about peace and harmony. Another used to invoke images of young people at a party before they dissolved into a world of brand murkiness. These ties are so strong that in some parts of the country, you will find just one brand of Coca-Cola machines. The competition just isn't allowed on the premises. So, your brand is about the emotional connection you make to your market. So, this is a for instance, okay, just for you to kind of get the idea. So, when this person moved to Philly, they had to visit a veterinarian clinic they had a very sick cat. They chose this particular clinic, because they had used them when they lived in Philly 15 years ago. So that clinic was branded on technical skill. People come from all over the area because they're known for state-of-the-art diagnosis and treatment. They have a lot of technicians, and they recommend the best treatment. So when this individual lived in Seattle, their vet was just the opposite. She was and is a gifted surgeon and diagnostician. But her clinic was branded as friendly and affordable. There was no decoration. Wow, did they just use this scenario? But I'm going to say it. The place looked like a welfare office. Wow. With a mismatched chairs and walls that needed paint. But the clinic's personality was friendly and informal. I always turned my dog loose so she could bounce over to the receptionist who stood by with treats at the ready. So the question is, from that scenario or example, is one better than the other? Not necessarily. Both clinics are fully booked and successful. Each reflects the official personality behind the practice. If you were choosing words to describe each clinic, they'd be quite different. Their websites and marketing materials are set up very differently. So just speaking of that examples and or slash scenario, let me know your feedback on that. Kind of was okay with it until she got to the part where it looked like a welfare office. I don't know why that's bothering me a little bit, but okay, let me move forward. And finally, your URL is just your handle. It's not the same as your brand or personality. So first I spoke on looking at the brand. Next, I spoke on your brand is about the emotional connection you make to your market. And lastly, again, your URL is just your handle. It's not the same as your brand or personality. These days, many service-based business owners tend to use their own names as a URL. After all, that's how people remember you, even if your website has been branded with a clever tagline. However, if you're looking for a separate business URL, you can follow these guidelines. You can keep it short, easy to say, and easy to spell. If at all possible, think of 7 syllables as the maximum length. You can also use a 3-word action statement beginning with a verb. And then choose a verb that is consistent with your brand and personality. So for instance, crush will communicate a different message than explore or relate. So like all rules, these 3 are made to be broken. Use them to start your brainstorm. So I hope that was helpful, or at least interesting. Let me say that. I hope that brief conversation was interesting. And again, that example scenario that I read off of the 2 different veterinarian clinics, I hope you caught that and let me know your feedback from that. And as always, remember to like and share and listen and subscribe and support and make go viral. Your feedback is always welcome, okay? There's not necessarily always a right and wrong to this, though some things are right and some things are wrong. But constructive criticism, agree to disagree is completely okay as long as we are respectful. We don't do the disrespect on this platform. So I invite you to join my platforms, which are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Again, that is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the thumbnail and hitting the notification bell. Like my other pages, leave comments. Let me know if you're in a business or not. If you're a solopreneur, if you are in partnership in a business. I really would love to see what individuals have businesses or individuals that are considering opening a business. I'm not saying I want to know what your business plan is or anything like that. Just some basic information. Also, where are you guys not calling from, excuse me, where are you guys listening from? My other platform, which is the podcast that I do with my co-business partner, we had a gentleman that was from London and it was so awesome. And when I check my other platforms, I see people are everywhere globally, and I'm very appreciative of that. So thank you in advance for that. Make sure that you do self-care each and every day. Not a choice. It is a must and a necessity. And know your worth. and know your value and know thyself and respect yourself and like yourself and be good to yourself and create your happiness, create your vision, your mission. Don't just sit back and say, I'll get to it. Don't procrastinate anymore. Just go for it. Okay. Make sure you also take care of the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Eliminate any negativity that is hindering you. With that being said, much appreciation and gratitude, humbleness, as well as thankfulness. Namaste and Ashe. Be good to yourself and good night.